I've already placed miner 00. He's now going to become a dedicated crop farmer, in the same way as the current one who's dealing with the forest over here is now going to be a dedicated forester. So we'll run TK, and this time we're going to do farming, and then we want to create a modular farm. So it gives a description of what it's going to do. Press enter. I've put most of what's needed in except for a sapling, so we'll just add the one sapling, and that will go. The sapling is required to grow a tree on the corner of the crop farm, and the tree provides fuel for the turtle. So every time it harvests the crop farm, it harvests the tree at the same time to get the planks out of it, the logs out of it, convert them to planks, and then refuel. So it'll use 10, roughly 6 blocks of logs every time it harvests a tree, and that gives it enough fuel to gradually build up more than it needs. So it's now cutting a ditch around what will be the side of the crop farm. Just got to wait for it to come back through. I'll probably clear these excess blocks by hand in a second, but just make sure this one gets going first of all. So it should now place the dirt block, sapling on top, a couple of chests, and then hopefully cobble. Yep, so it's going to put the cobble down to make the walls of the modular farm. Let's just give it some light. There we go. So it's now digging the first water source. So it'll put one water source there, 8 blocks between it and a second water source here. Couple more chests. And now it'll level off the ground and create a 10 block by 10 block with a water source in each corner, and that will saturate all of the soil within the farm there. There's no hoe on this turtle at the moment, so it's constructing it, but we'll need to supply it with a hoe in order to look after the farm, so it can carry both a hoe and a pickaxe, one on each side, and it can swap it over with the crafting chest as required. Okay, I won't let you sit here, I'll shift. So it's almost finished building the farm now, it's just doing the final layout. So you can see you've got a nice square here. So this should return back to this point here, ready for managing the farm. Okay, so that's done, so we can now remove all the stuff, and we'll sit it down. Probably just as easy to break it. So let's put it next to the chest. So now we'll set it up in the same way as we did with the the foresting one, we'll set it up for auto farming. So we're now going to manage the modular crop farm, which is 3. So we've placed on the water on the left corner, should be chests on 2 sides. Yep. Enter to continue. This turtle can be configured to be a dedicated farm manager. Start automatically. You must provide a diamond hoe and place me over the water source. Are you ready? Yes. Press enter to check equipment. This is where we would need to provide it with the hoe. So it's asking us to add the hoe. Then it says place oak, birch, spruce saplings in the chest on the right of the tree. Also wheat and beetroot seeds. Place carrots and potatoes in the chest on the left of the tree. Do you want to start now? So we'll escape that for a minute. We'll put some couple of saplings in there. Let's put some beetroot and seeds in there. We don't want too many seeds. Let's take some of those out. In fact, I want this one more crops. I'm going to take all of them out. So I want to just have crops in this one. So let's go in this chest. So we'll put just those 2 in there. That should do it. Do we want to start now? Yes. So it's checking where it is in position in relation to the farm. It's now swapped the tools over so that it's now got a hoe on one side and pickaxe on the other. So it's going to gather all the crops from here, and it's now planting and hoeing the surface of the field. It'll do the entire field with however many crops it has or hasn't got. So of course if there's not enough to cover the whole field, it'll just leave some bare farmland, but that doesn't matter because every time it runs it will gather all the crops, and eventually it'll expand until it fills the whole slot. So we'll leave this one to auto farm itself and come back to that in due course. So it's on the last run now. It's run out of crops, so it should head back. And sit there and wait. There we go. And it says waiting for Minecraft potatoes, status 0 out of 7. So as each crop grows, the status runs from 0 to 7, and then it will at 7 that will be ripe, and it'll go and harvest everything, put any excess crops in here, any excess seeds in there, and of course it will harvest the tree. So we'll leave that to run on its own for the time being.